Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by the one, the only Mark Stein of Livonia Stevenson boys basketball. How's it going, buddy?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing well. So we are just probably when you watch this tomorrow. Today is either if you watch this later tonight or today. We're recording this Sunday night, so by the time you're watching this, tryouts will be happening. So just how exciting is it to get back in this thing and all that, to have start your one last go around at this, bud.
Right. Yeah. It's definitely exciting, especially since all the experience now that just going through this every year, knowing what to expect. And obviously now being a senior, playing that more of a leader role with all the teammates. So I'm just excited for everything to get back in the swing of things.
Okay. So, you're a senior. Can you believe that you're heading into your senior year playing?
Yeah, it's hard to think about, but I'm definitely gonna make the most of what I have.
Yeah. Okay. So if you watched earlier today or time of recording, we also talked with Mark's coach, Ewan Stevens, of course, the boys basketball coach at Livonia Stevenson. So, and he was and of course if you watch the interview, he mentioned that of course you've been putting in a lot of work heading into the season. So just kind of talk about like what your summer has been like, because it has been very busy for you.
Right. Yeah, it's been just crazy just with AAU starting the summer. It's out of town every single weekend. And then we had workouts in the summer during the weekdays for AAU and high school. So that was obviously a busy time. Then fall, nothing stopped in fall. We just kept doing workouts and open gyms at constantly every single week. And then as fall came, we just started getting into the fall league. Then still doing those open gyms of weightlifting every single day, pretty much throughout the week. So definitely been a busy few months for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So okay. I know I've known you for a little bit. So just kind of talk about like how you handle just everything being thrown at you, like workouts, all that stuff, and AAU, and obviously starting school, and then just trying to be just an everyday 17, 18-year-old.
Yeah, obviously it's a lot with being so much thrown at you constantly, but I mean, I don't try to get too stressed out by everything. I kind of just try to stay in the present, kind of enjoy
Ooh.
AAU school. So, I mean, being able to be in this situation is a blessing. So I'm thankful that I'm in this spot. And even though it is stressful, like I said, it's still quite very enjoyable.
So how do you handle like, the stress of everything? Just like, what do you do?
I mean, just take things one step at a time, not really worrying about everything all at once, but focusing on one aspect of everything and just making sure I got that down before heading on to the next.
Okay. So last year was a really good year for you guys. Just kind of, go through some of, just to have the season that you did. What's that like heading into this year, knowing that you could have a similar year again?
Yeah, I'm we had a great group of guys last year. I'm definitely excited to see where this year takes us. We're gonna have a lot of returners and guys that are gonna play key roles on our team this year that coming in from last year. So just trying to make sure that we're all on the same page, like we were last year, towards that end of the year, heading into playoffs, and making sure we're just doing our jobs is going to be the most important thing for sure.
Yeah. Going into, and we just talked about this when I know coach kind of mentioned this today too, but the East is probably going to be one of the toughest division, one of the toughest divisions, and probably the most talented division the East has seen in years. So as you probably know, it's going to be a battle every night, as always. You always hear that, but it's literally going to be.
Yeah, I mean from what I've seen from other teams and what I've heard, it really is going to be like, obviously, like you just said, it is every year, but this year it's like there's no breaks. Like every game is a battle. It's gonna come down to every single game, depending on where you want to place in the conference. So definitely gonna have to focus every single game and make sure we're playing as a team for sure.
Yeah. How have you kind of just like what okay, I know you've put in a lot of work this summer. What specifically have you worked on? What are some of the things that Mark wanted to really improve in his game?
Definitely the catch and shoot when it comes to basketball, being more consistent with my shooting beyond the arc and getting into the mid range. Definitely that way it opens up the rest of my offensive game. And then when it comes to physically just getting in the weight room as much as I can, I've definitely gotten a lot bigger since last year physically. So I'm just looking to use that to my advantage this year.
Yeah. We talked about obviously, the physical stuff, but how do you like mentally prepare for a game?
Just just kind of thinking, rerunning out how the game should go, what my job is, and just not putting too much stress on myself. I mean, the more fun I'm having, the easier everything gets for me. So just making sure I'm doing my thing and enjoying the game is pretty much all I think about.
Yeah. Let's just, you got some pretty tough games coming up. Just starting it off with, with Farmington. And of course, probably one of the biggest storylines in the offseason. Of course, the KLAA and OAA are going to have a little, with the crossover game, of course, with Royal Oak coming to town.
Right.
How's that?
Yeah, I'm
How's
excited
that
for
going to
that.
be?
It's gonna be exciting. Different competition from what we've normally played. Gonna have to adapt and just adjust to what they have. But I'm excited. I'm excited. It should be a good game for sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Mark. I know we've gotten to know you a lot over time, but let's get to know you some more. How about that?
Sounds good.
Okay. Favorite player growing up?
Definitely Steph Curry. Just him with such consistent 3-point shooting. I think that's definitely taken a toll on how I play my game, 3-point shot especially. So he's definitely been someone I've looked up to while growing up.
All right. What's your favorite shot to make on the court?
I mean, going off my past response, either an and one or definitely a three, especially in those clutch moments, hitting that three and the adrenaline just going through you. It's a great feeling.
Best moment from last year.
Definitely the last playoff game, even though it didn't go our way, just the 36 points and then being able to be that consistent from the offensive end was a great feeling.
Yeah. And last thing is what okay, what is something people do not know about Mark Stein?
Um, he's just very passionate about the game. Just always making sure his teammates are doing well and on and off the court, and just making sure they're doing what they're supposed to make this team successful. But just outside of the court, just a fun guy to be around. I mean, great guy to hang out with. Enjoy going out, working out with friends, and just eating out with them. So it's when outside of basketball, it's just really chill and relaxed guy.
Yeah. All right. Mark, thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon, bud.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me on tonight.